Hi there, this is Dixie with DC Papercraft, here to give you a quick introduction to stamping tools. And there are a lot of stamping tools, and I think the reason for that is, as stampers, we all have our shortcomings in stamping. We all make different mistakes and have different struggles, and so these are the answers to some of those struggles. So very quickly, let me go through the things that I am going to be showing in a class at Scrappin' in the City this Thursday and Friday. We're going to be talking about stamping, and I'm going to bring all of these tools so that everybody can play with them and you can start to figure out which tools maybe meet the needs that you have. So let me start quickly with basic acrylic blocks. This is a set that is very commonly available. You have several different sizes. They're about a 1/2 inch thick, clear acrylic. I like the ones with grids because it helps me line up my stamping. And of course you can use these acrylic blocks on these clear stamps and also the rubber cling stamps. You see, it just has a cling on the back. Okay, so everybody understands that. This is a set, acrylic block set put out by Tim Holtz and Ranger. It's the grid block set. This is a 9-piece set, and what you get is a lot of different sizes. There's 9 pieces here, from very large to very small. But look how much room it takes. It takes less room than my 5 blocks over here. Okay, again, these are for clear acrylic or the cling rubber, and what I like about these is they're a little bit thinner, so you really get a better feel for what's going on underneath. And you can try this at class. It really is amazing. You do feel your stamping more. So that's Tim Holtz. Also, we have the Mega Mount put out by Impression Obsession. This is a 6x6 acrylic block. It's slightly curved, nice, comfortable handle. This accommodates these really large cover-a-card stamps, which cover-a-card means basically you can do a whole stamp in one swipe. So this, of course, is just a little card. This will do 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. But you can see I did all of my work in the inking and then I just stamped and it's done. Here's another example. This one I have layered 3 cover-a-card stamps on top of each other for a really quick, easy masculine card. How hard are those to do? So we'll do some of this type of stamping in class as well. Another idea for this is to take your old wood block stamps. This used to be on a wood block. I took it off and put it on a cling mount. It's a cling foam mount. You can get this at Scrappin' in the City. And now I can ink the middle, I can stamp the middle of my stamp, which was so hard to get before with those flat grid blocks. But when you put it on this rounded Mega Mount, it stamps perfectly every time. I love this idea. And I will show you how to do that in class. I will unmount this one and mount it to the cling mount, and you can see for yourself. Okay, so that's Impression Obsession. And then I have a stamp positioner. This one is the Stamp-a-ma-jig by Stampin' Up, but there are several companies who make them. And the way that this works is you have a clear sheet. One side's textured. This is best for your dye inks. One side's very smooth. This is good for your permanent inks. You would stamp the stamp that you want to use. You're going to ink this up, position these together, stamp it, and then you use this stamped positioner to position it on your paper. So like if I want to get the word peace right down here in the corner, I'm going to position it. This is exactly where I want it. I'm going to bring in my stamp positioner, whoops, line it up, remove this out of the way, ink this up, and I have it exactly where I want it every time. This is just my answer to having a more permanent stamp positioner, because this obviously is reused and reused, and you just clean it with water or with alcohol. But this I can just keep with my stamps and have it always. So the stamp positioner. And this is also a good thing to use with some of these rubber cling stamps that don't have the pictures on the back. That way you can just attach it to your block, stamp it on your stamp positioner, position it where you want it, and get it exactly where you want it every time. So that is the stamp positioner. And then my last thing to show you, I'm making a mess here, is a stamp press. This one's by Fiskars. And what I like about this is it goes straight down and straight up. And so you eliminate the rocking that happens so often with our acrylic blocks or our wood mount. So you tend to want to kind of rock it around, or we stamp it down and we pull it up and we get double images, double lines, or thick lines where it's supposed to be a nice thin line. And so this eliminates that. And so I like to use it for like stamping text. This is a small text stamp, which I don't have with me, but imagine it being a stamp like this. So I would attach it to my stamp press, and then I can stamp, move it down, stamp, move it down, stamp, and it goes down and comes up perfectly every time. Another thing that I really like this for is for making like subway art style. These are all separate stamps that I just arranged on here. I used the grid to help me get it straight, and then I inked all of it up, stamped it, and voila, it's perfect every time. So I will bring all of these with me to class on Thursday night at 6 and Friday at noon, and you can play with these, and maybe we can figure out what's been going wrong with your stamping and find the perfect tools for you. This is Dixie with DC Papercraft. Have fun!